Great. Okay. Now think of 4 things you can hear right now. 4 things that you can hear right now. Think of 4 things that you can hear right now. Now think of 3 things that you can touch right now. 3 things that you can touch right now. Think of 3 things that you can touch right now. Awesome. Now think of 2 things that you can smell. 2 things that you can smell. It can be a faint smell, a strong smell, or anything. Think of 2 things that you can smell. Okay. And lastly, think of 1 thing that you can taste in your mouth. Can be anything that you recently had, like any food that you recently had, or anything else. Think of 1 thing that you can taste right now. Awesome. Looking at all the responses. That's great. Great. All right. That's awesome. So, this activity did take a little longer, but I'm pretty sure it took less than 5 minutes to do. This activity really helps a student and all of us also to be in the moment, to focus on what is going on right now. So when I say think of 5 things that you can see, then I'm telling them that, okay, you focus on 5 things that you can see, you tell me 5 things that you can see, then 4 things that you can hear, then 3 things you can touch and smell and taste. All of these elements of the activity really makes a student grounded and gets them to focus in the class, which is something that is I feel essential and very needed. So how do you feel about this? And if you have any questions right now, then feel free to ask, else we'll move on to more about Bas5Minute. All senses working. Yes, totally. Exactly what the activity is doing, all senses. What's the purpose of this activity? Okay, thank you for your question. So, the purpose of this activity is to get students to focus in class and help them be grounded and pay attention in class. So, if you implement this activity before your class starts, then a student would really be in the moment, that is, be in your class at that time. And that can of course be very beneficial because it increases their engagement, it helps them to focus on what you're teaching them, and everything like that. If you have any other questions, I'll be happy to answer.
So yeah, Vanita ma'am has shared that her student will make noise if I think this activity conducted. So have you like Devina, have you any idea about it? How to manage it, or if this noise is fine?
Okay, so firstly, if I was a teacher, I would say the noise is fine. But if you really want them to be silent, then you can just tell them to think of 5 things instead of speaking it out, or write it in the chat box like we all are doing right now. I hope that answers the query.
Yes. And Gopal Krishna has asked that is it possible to conduct it daily? Can we do it or can't we do it?
So that is something that I'm coming to. We have different activities for every day. Like we did the glad activity, we did the smiling activity, then we did this activity. So we have different activities every day. So doing the same activity every day would be a little boring. And yes, so yeah, I hope that
Yeah,
answers it.
yeah, yeah. So, Devina, can you go to the first activity?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So teachers that as Devina said that conducting same activity again and again bring uh, the fun low, like it's decreases the fun. It's like okay, students like I know this thing. Why my teachers keep repeating this activity on a daily basis? I am now understand what is glad, but what should I do with it? So that's what Devina is saying that by showing these three activities, that the first activity where is all about the glad thing. So your first day can start with the glad thing where student will understand what they are glad about the day, like from where they can find the happiness. When you find the gratefulness, when you find what you learn, what you accomplish and delighted, that brings a idea within the student's mind that okay, there are some things which brings happiness and we try to focus on it. Then on the next day, Devina, can you go to the second activity? Then you can go because now they are happy. Now after the class or before the class, you can just conduct a smile activity. Now they are happy, they are smiling. But to bring more smile, make them happy even after the class, even during the class, even before the class. Then you can conduct this activity on a second day or on a third day. It's I think it's based on the bus 5 module which the sorry Devina is going to share about you, or you can also modify it based on your need. So stack smile is all about conducting this activity to relax the student. Now as you shared, there are students who are noisy. There are students who when you start doing some activity they start making noises, start uh, creating some issue. So with stuck smile, first thing what you're trying to do, you are trying to relaxing the student, taking a pause. Let's take a pause, think twice and smile. Then slowly what students are doing, they are managing themselves, they are taking a pause, they are giving a break, and then they are also smiling, which creating a happiness for the students. Devina, can you go to the third activity? Yes, and then 5 4 3 2 1. Then you can go for a 5 3 2 1. It will be on a next day and based on your need. Then it create another idea within the student's mind. So what this activity will do, this activity will make students okay. I am going to attend tomorrow's class because my teacher is going to bring some new activity which making me happy, which making me to interact more, to learn more, to also what student will try to do. Student will also try to do conduct this activity with their friends or with their parents because the kids' mind works like that. So that's the thing you can just not bring. That's what I starting in said, and also Devina tried to say that bus 5 minute activity does not. It's for the student. It's also for the teachers and the parents, which makes a positive environment or create a positive environment within a school and also within a home too. Am I right, Devina?
Totally, yes. All
Yes.
right. So, moving on, coming to why you should consider Bus 5 Minute and the benefits of this module. So there are obviously a lot of benefits for students, and as Anuj mentioned, there are there are a lot of benefits for teachers as well, for you all. So firstly, it leads to a more positive environment. So as you would know, that when you go into a meeting or a class, if a very important meeting, you would say a very long meeting or something like that, if it starts with a very fun activity, you would be excited for it and you would want to really continue with the meeting and engage with the people in that meeting. So that is one reason to consider Past 5 Minute, because it brings a very positive environment in your class, which not only helps your students focus but also you to teach your students. Then secondly, it helps with your relationship with your students. So a lot of you may face a problem that you are not able to contact your students. They may not be responding, they may be scared to talk to you, or they may be a little fearful that what will my teacher say, or something like that. So in that case, we also have activities that help build teacher student relationship. So when you conduct these activities, you get to know a little more about your students than you know in your regular classes. And that knowing more about your students really helps in interaction and um, in the class, basically. Then, third, it can lead to more focus, engagement, and participation in class. And when it leads to more focus, more engagement, and more participation, naturally the attendance of students can also rise. So, as Anuj said, that they would look forward that, okay, today we'll do a new activity in class, so let me go and attend the class. So, in that sense, it really helps with attendance as well. And as we did right now, the 5 4 3 2 1 activity is one of the best for focus, engagement, and participation. We have a lot of activities for that. Then lastly, of course, it helps in reducing students stress. So I can give an example, like hypothetically, if I would go into a class, into one of my school's class, and I would be really stressed because my, say, math exam is coming up, but that's an English class. So I joined that English class with a stress that my math exam is coming up, and that happens to a lot of students. It is quite normal. But I am unable to focus in English class because of that stress. So when the English teacher may start the class with an activity from this module, then I would bring myself to the English class. I would um, my fear of the maths exam would little bit mellow down at that point, and it would really help me in focusing and paying attention in the English class instead of thinking of my maths exam. So that is about the benefits and reasons you should consider Bas5 Minute. If you have any questions,
So
are there?
Upasana ma'am, yeah, uh,
Yeah.
s- Devina, Upasana ma'am has shared a question. Are these more activities like this, which way you are going to share in the session, or these three only are there? So are there more activities, which like you shared the previous three activities, or it's just these three activities are there in a bus five module?
So we have over 60 activities, 60 activities. But usually in a session, I share three activities because they give a good view of what Bas5 Minute looks like.
Great. So as Devina said, as bus 5 minutes, she is going to share the implementation part too, how you can implement, what is the duration and what how many activities are there. But there are more activities, more than the three activities you can conduct with students. And again, as I can see, Jyoti ma'am have also shared that by conducting this activity with the student, like the smiling activity with the students, we can ask them to uh, keep their video on, so that each and every student can see each other faces, which also brings the joy. And it's
Yes.
also like sometimes teachers are facing like they are not able to understand whether the students are paying attention or not. That also help teachers, okay, their video is on, they are happy now, keep it like that way. So it brings the positive energy within our students. So thanks Jyoti ma'am for sharing the idea. And also Meenakshi ma'am has shared that the you different we conduct different mindful sessions on different days. It's depend on the day you can conduct mindful sessions, like the breathing, listening, eating. So you can modify it as per as you need. But Devina will also share what are the structure of the bus 5 minute module and how you can take it through.
Yes. So, first answering Meenakshi ma'am's question about mindfulness. So, we have 2 weeks dedicated to breathing and mindfulness and yoga, in fact. So, in those 2 weeks, we have almost all aspects of mindfulness, and it really helps in building a student's mindfulness. As you may know, that mindfulness is important and it really helps. So yes, and when I come to the structure of Bas5Minute, I think you'll understand a bit more on how it works.
Great.
So
And yeah, so Devina and our now teacher are asking, can you share what is the structure, how many activities are there, what are these activities, how they
yes.
can access these activities? They all are asking about it. Thank you so much, teachers.
Yes. So before we come to the structure, two things. Firstly, the values addressed by Bas5Minute, they're written here. We have gratitude, we have relaxation, we have coping strategies, we have positivity, self-esteem, and compassion, and few more than these. So under all of these themes and values, we have over 60 activities in Bas5Minute. Then how were these activities devised, you may ask? That how did I come to these activities, that how did I know that they would work? I have been researching in this field for quite some time, and I have also tried these activities on myself. So with both of those things combined, I came up with this module, Bas5Minute, and the activities under it. So the process of implementation and the structure. So first, let's talk about the structure. So Bas5Minute is a 3-month module, that is 12 weeks. It's a 3-month module which has different themes under every week. So you have 10 themes over 12 weeks, in which two themes are repeated. So let's say the first week is laughter, second week is gratitude, third week is mindfulness, fourth week yoga, fifth week, etc., etc., etc. So under gratitude and under laughter, you have activities for Monday, for Wednesday, for Thursday, Friday, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So you have 5 activities per week to conduct on weekdays. And all those activities, of course, like I said before, will help in engagement, attendance, participation, reducing stress. So, uh, yes, sorry, one second, I'll just see the chat. Okay, so do you have any doubts about the structure of Bas5Minute? If you have any doubts about the structure of Bas5Minute, then I'll answer those, else I'll move on to the implementation.
Yeah, they are like Devina, they are asking about the implementation and what are these themes. So basically, you have shared some of the names, so you can move forward for the implementation, and they will be, how they can access the list of this tool. Like how if you have shared there are many activities and theme, how they can access. So can you also share about that?
Yes. So before that, one more thing, Bas5Minute is available in English. So the activities would be written in English and in Hindi, in which obviously activities would be written in Hindi, and they are available in the form of videos as well. So if on one day you have too much to teach, or if on one day you are unable to connect to conduct the activity, you can go ahead and send the video to the students. And Bas5Minute also has a teacher packet and a student packet. So teacher packet would be instructions for you. That is that you instruct your students to take a deep breath and smile. And it has a student packet in which instructions would be like would be that your students would be instructed to take a deep breath and smile by themselves. And when you sign up for it, you will have both of these options and whatever you opt for. Then one more thing, it is customizable. So if you want, you can do activities on 4 days or 3 days instead of 5 days. And but I would recommend 5 days, because since it only takes 5 minutes every day, doing it in every class won't really be a problem, I feel. So now, if you want the full list of activities, I see a lot of people asking if you want the full list of activities, then one thing I would request that you could take about a day or two to think, are you sure you want to implement this? Are you sure this will help your students and it's something that you can really continue for 3 months? If yes, then you can contact me here. For everybody asking, my email and contact, it's over here. You can take a screenshot or anything. So once you are sure that you will, that you want to do this module, then you can contact me or leave your contact over here and I'll contact you. And you will be sent this module and the whole list of activities, instructions, and everything like that. So if you have any questions right now, I'll take that up. Else, there's one more thing I want to share, and we'll share that.
Yes, Devina. So keep this PPT open. And can you also, because you just shared that there are some videos, if a teacher is not feeling to directly connect with the students but want to play a video. So if you have any video ready, can you also show it while the teachers are taking note of your email ID and phone number? I think that's also give a better idea about to the
Okay,
teachers about your module.
some video, like all the videos are in Hindi right now. We are working
Mm.
on doing them in English. So once they're done in English, I'll be sending them to you.
Mm.
That'll be that'll be
But
good.
if is there any video is available in Hindi also, you can just play because it's give a idea about the video too. If it's ready, you can just play.
All right.
I think yeah. While the
All right.
teachers are sharing their numbers, so teachers, great. I have your email ID and phone numbers. What I can do, the teachers who have registered and attended this class, I'll share a small Google form with you all so that if you are interested in this module and want to connect with her, you just response in yes, and then we can connect you to with Devina. And thank you so much, teachers who are sharing their ID. Okay, Devina.
Okay. So yes, as you mentioned before I play the video, we can share a Google form with all of you, and that Google form would basically be like a sign up form. So when you sign up for, when you fill that form, you're signing up for Bas5Minute. That is, you're signing up for 3 months of activities to implement with your students. And once you sign up, you'll get an email from me, and you may get a call or something, any doubts you have or anything, they'll all be answered. So if you're ready, I can play the video.
Yes, Devina, you can play it.
आज की एक्टिविटी का नाम है 5 4 3 2 1। इस एक्टिविटी में आपको सबसे पहले किन्हीं भी 5 चीजों के बारे में सोचना है जिनको आप देख सकते हैं, जैसे कि आप एक पौधे को देख सकते हैं। उसके बाद आपको किन्हीं भी 4 चीजों के बारे में सोचना है जिनको आप छू सकते हैं, जैसे कि आपके बाल। उसके बाद आपको किन्हीं भी 3 चीजों के बारे में सोचना है जिनको आप सुन सकते हैं, जैसे कि हंसते हुए बच्चे। उसके बाद आपको किन्हीं भी 2 चीजों के बारे में सोचना है जिनको आप सूंघ सकते हैं, जैसे कि आपको फूलों की खुशबू आती है। आखिर में आपको किसी भी एक चीज के बारे में सोचना है जिसको आप चख सकते हैं। Okay, so you would notice this was the same activity that we did together, which was the 5 4 3 2 1 activity. And the reason it is in Hindi, it because a lot of places and students in which Bas5Minute is being implemented right now understand Hindi better than English. So that is one reason that we made videos in Hindi. But if you want them in English, that's totally good. And I'll reshare my presentation so that you can note down my contact if you haven't already. So, one last thing, there is a short Google form that the students would have to fill before and after Bas5Minute. So, that Google form is a part of Bas5Minute in a way. So, I'll be sharing when you sign up for the form, I'll share the form, share the module with you, and I'll share the form as well. So before you start your 3 months, say you're starting from 1st January, before you do that, you can send your students the Google form on 30th December or 29th December and tell them to fill that. And say you end in March, then you tell your students again to fill the Google form in March. So this Google form is basically for me to understand the effect of the activities, and for me to know that, is it working, what improvements can I do, and is it helping in reducing stress. And one thing I'd like to mention, the responses of your students to that Google form would be totally anonymous. I won't know that they are from which school, I won't know their name, I just will know their age um, and their responses to the questions. So yes, that's one thing we really take care of here. So this is my contact, and a Google form would be shared with you after the session. If you have any other questions right now, you may ask. And
Yes.
thank you so much for attending this session.
So there are some questions and they are common. That is this a paid that the teacher has to pay for accessing the bus 5 modules activities or the contents?
So no, it is completely free. Google Form is completely free. Module is completely free. The only thing is you should be committed to it. That if you say that you will do 3 months of activities, then you would do 3 months of activities. So yes, it's completely free. There is no charge.
Yes. And so this the form which you are going to share in first form will be for the teachers, which will sign a form that they are planning to come implement bus 5 minute module as a 3 month program with their students, and getting the list of the contents and the activities. And then there is a second form which for students, to which teacher can share before the implementation a day just 1 day before or 2 days before, it depend on the teacher. So Devina, there are two Google form, am I right?
So yes, there are two Google Forms, but they are totally separate. One is for the teachers, for all of you to be sure that you want to do these activities, and the other is a part of Bas5 Minute. So when you fill the first form, then you will be getting the second form to send to your students naturally.
Great, Devina. uh, and one of the teacher has asked Devina, she
Mhm.
just curious to know that how you came up with this plan, like what was the background, as a student, because you said you are in 11th standard and you worked on it. It's a great thing to see. So what was your thoughts and your view to create these activities? So can you also share about it?
Yes, sure. Thank you for that question. I'd love to answer this. So, I have been working with an NGO for about 2.5 years now, where I teach English to students. And in that NGO, I started bringing up the conversation of mental health. So, a lot of students didn't really know about what mental health was and how do you take care of it. That a lot of them didn't know that, like, you may have a leg pain, you may have stress, or you may have anxiety. So that is one thing that really motivated me to come about these activities. The other thing is that when, like, I really have a passion to spread awareness and help people who are in need. So I proposed the idea of conducting our long workshops, so one hour workshops every week in schools, in some NGOs, and just telling people about what mental health is, how can you take care of it, and everything. So when I did that, I did not get a positive response, because the schools and NGOs said that, we don't have time for your 1 hour workshop, we don't have time for even half an hour. So how can we incorporate a 1 hour workshop on mental health once in a week when we should teach maths or science or English or anything else? So, because they did not have time for that 1 hour thing, I came about this 5 minute thing, for which everybody is has time, I'm pretty certain. Um, so taking out 5 minutes in a class is not an issue, I feel. And yeah, so that is something that motivated me, and yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Yes, Devina, thank you so much. Teachers, you also let us know how is your experience after listening to Devina, like her work, her dedication toward the mental wealth and mental, uh, like the how to reduce the student stress level. And you can share your experience, teachers. How was your experience in today's live class? What are the thing you liked about? What suggestions you have? If you have anything for Devina, you can also share it. I
Yes.
have noted down the numbers and email ID which you have shared on the chat. And after the live class, I'll also share the link with you where you can. It's a Google form link where you can sign up for Bus 5 Minute module implementation with your students.
Okay.
So
Have
and
you? Sorry,
yeah,
sorry, sorry, for cutting you out. Have you sent that link already, or should I send it because I have it ready?
yeah, you can send it in the chat also if you want to. You can just send it right now.
Okay, so the link I'm sending right now, if you want to implement Bas 5 Minute, if you want the activities and you're sure that that will benefit your students and you'll do it for 3 months, then then please fill this form. I've sent it on the chat. I hope you've received it.
Great, Devina. And the teachers are praising you, Devina. You can reply on their chat. They are saying good luck to you. You are doing amazing work, good thinking. It's really informative.
Thank
So
you so much.
yeah, you can just check their chats too.
Yes.
So teachers, Devina has shared a link. Please save this link so that you will be able to sign up uh, on the form and get the contents as you are planning to implement bus 5 module with your students. I'm also pasting the link for the tomorrow's live class which we are having on ticklings. Again, this will be a certificate live class where you are getting the participation certificate when you attend the ticklings live class. And ticklings provide you the free learning resources which and the lesson plan which you can introduce to your students to conduct an activities, assessments. There are some videos which you can play or share with your students too. So please sign up for this for our upcoming live classes, and you can also share with your peer teachers so that they can also get the opportunity to explore the tickling platform. Uh, and I'm also going to paste a small message which you can all share